Guys, well, it's about to be a busy fall, a book and busy fall starting this November because the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is back in the building on Tuesday, November the 19th. Hmm. Let's get into the tea of it all, baby. Let's get into the tea of it all. I can't even wait, right? Listen, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Okay. Hit that notification bell button and tap, slap, smack that like button if you like reality TV related content. Now, let's get into the biz, nah, eat of it all. Should we change this backdrop? Should we give it a different color for the occasion? You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should. Let's give it a different color for the occasion. All right. So Beverly Hills is back. We got a new color theme and scheme. It's giving old Hollywood glam when you look at the trailer, right? And I think you can pretty much guess that based on what we see here. Obviously, we are missing Crystal Kongmikov, and we have added in Boz or Bose or Boo. Is it Bazuma? I gotta get that pronunciation correct. My apologies for it being off. I'm still listen. I'm still getting to know this lady, and I feel like she's gonna be a great addition to the cast. Now, like I said, the new episodes will begin to air. It will premiere on November the 19th. I want to take us down the whole list of all the things that we're getting. I'm gonna like try to suspend my anger at the fact that we didn't get all this pomp and circumstance with the Married to Medicine trailer, but I'm just going to listen, I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm gonna try to keep it cute because we getting a lot of energy for our housewife shows, but we don't get that same energy for Married to Medicine. Why is that? I digress. I know it's a different franchise, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right, so everybody is back. We have also some new additions that we'll talk about. Erica's look is honestly one of my favorites. I feel like Erica just understands fashion and style for herself. And I think that she always knows how to, quote, Nene Leakes, work it and be seen. She's a showgirl. I feel like she knows what to give you, and she's definitely giving it. I just like the color of her gown because I just feel like it just works. It stands out to me. We have Kyle. I think Kyle looks as standard as she typically does. She looks great, by the way. But I'm just saying, this to me is it's clean, it's chic. You know, again, it's that old Hollywood glam feeling. Um, I'm Dorit is gonna probably get my next best look. I am feeling this like whatever the whatever's going on around the bodice with the corset type situation. I feel like it's working. Her hair is giving again that old Hollywood glam. I am loving everything about this. Maybe not so much the shoes, but what do I know? I love Garcelle. I really, really do. I never understand why I feel like, insist on making her just look kind of like Mother of the Bride. And I feel like that's what she's given here. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? She's not dressing to be out of her wheelhouse. But I do feel like I've seen her look 10 times better during her confessionals, right? And if you go to her Instagram, I mean, Garcelle be killing it with some of her looks. So I never understand why they do this to her. It's not a bad gown. Hair is laid, okay? I don't mind the color, but I just think that we could have done something different. Maybe taken off this cape, and I feel like maybe that would have added, and maybe if we had given her some drama on the shoulder, maybe we could have gotten something better here. Sutton looks like Sutton to me. I mean, this looks like something Sutton would wear. She is a bit on the eccentric side. It has a classic look with like a little bit of definitely the color scheme mixed in here. Is it her best look? No. Is it her worst look? No. It's somewhere in between to me. So, you know, I like it. I like the jewelry and the hair for sure. Boz cut up on her first look. I like this. It's a little Barbie-ish to me. It's a little wedding gownish to me. But the thing that I feel like I like about Boz the most is that she is giving us her personality in this photo. You know, she's got the smile going, the hair is done up to the nines. And I feel like the colors really work well with her skin tone. So I feel like she giving us a pose. It's fun. I feel like if this is going to be a sort of hint at the type of personality she's going to give us, which I think you will see a little bit of in the trailer, then she's going to be one to watch. So she's going to get my third best dressed. We have Kathy Hilton. I mean, Kathy has given us Kathy. Nothing new to see here. She looks great, but you know, it's Kathy. You know, she's given us what Kathy Hilton would give us. And then we have Jennifer Tilly, who I do feel like if I had to give somebody fourth place, then I would probably give it to either Jennifer or Kyle. I like what Jennifer is doing here. I just kind of feel like we really get the old glam going here with her look. We can't see the full look, but I understand what they were kind of trying to do by maybe differentiating the full cast from the Friends of. All right. We'll talk about some other guest appearances in just 1 second. So I did want to give you guys the overall look and feel for the season. You know, I like it. I feel like we got some good stuff here, and I think that we got some things to play with. I also feel like what I love that Bravo did, you know, a lot of times I tell you guys, I can't necessarily play the trailer. So, in light of not being able to play the trailer, and I know some channels are able to do so, and listen, more power to them. I wish that I could, but I have just had instances before where I just want to kind of steer clear of any drama with the network. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights that Bravo has actually provided for us, because we got to talk about really Dorit is taking on Kyle. So is Sutton. These ladies are not playing with Kyle this season, and I'm all the way here for it. You know, I feel like Kyle sometimes feels like she can get a pass for the fact that she's been on this show the longest and that no one can question her. And that when they do, I feel like what Kyle typically does is she runs away, as you're going to see a lot of in the trailer. And the link will be, there will be a link for the trailer down in the description down below. But what you're going to see here is these ladies, again, they are not playing with Kyle, as evidence. And we're going to go through the synopsis and everything that all the women are going through. But I kind of first want to take you through some of the highlights that I feel like Bravo did a great job with showing us in this Instagram post. You're going to see Sutton telling, I don't know if I think it's Garcelle, I am not going to bow down to the altar of Kyle Richards. Finally, I feel like these ladies are standing up for themselves in the face of Kyle, who I think for a good majority of the past couple of seasons has sort of taken on this queen bee mantle, and people can't really question her, right? And so I feel like some of the people that she is kind of treated like stepchildren are now stepping up to the plate, like Sutton. So I love that she says this here, because I've long thought that, again, I like Kyle, but I also feel like something else that, you know, Sutton says is that we don't need you for this group to exist. Boom. Okay. Boom. Now, while I do feel like Kyle is like a integral part of the show, you want somebody that's been on there from the beginning. I mean, I guess if you took out Kyle, you can replace her with Lisa Vanderpump. So then Kyle is telling Dorit, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And Dorit tells her, it's okay, Kyle. It's time for you to effing listen. And again, we saw the cracks in Kyle and Dorit's relationship last season. And it is going to get even worse when Dorit finds out that Kyle has been, or that PK has been texting Kyle. Okay, that's going to come out because Garcelle going to tell it. All right. Of course, you have Kathy Hilton in this lampshade hat. I think this is Sutton telling Erica, you're angry, and you're not angry at me. You're angry at your life. Or at least that's who's reacting to it in the trailer. But it could be that she's speaking to Kyle. And I kind of hope that she is, because I'm over Sutton and Erica beefing. All right, so Jennifer Tilly here is like, don't mind Tiffany. There's the, you know, the little Chucky doll is there. And Kyle is like, that's really creepy. you will hear Garcelle tell Dorit, or what seems like Dorit, we've been all trying to get you to stop talking, which we know has been an issue for Garcelle. That Dorit talks a lot. Okay. All right. So then, in a nice little moment here, you see, well, is it nice? But I guess it's nice for them. You see Sutton tell Kyle, I think you need to file for the divorce. Because, we've seen online how Mauricio has been, kissy face with some other broad, I mean, but Kyle has been running around here with Morgan or whatever like that. Or I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but just we've been seeing the photos. So you'll see Dorit talking to this guy, and she says, "Are you married?" He's like, I noticed they say man. He's like, not this week. And she says, me neither. Baby, bring on this season. Bring on this season. I think this is Garcelle and Erica kissing. I mean, what would a housewife season be these days without somebody kissing? Anyway, you will see Sutton leading the girls in some ribbon ceremony to commemorate their sisterhood. Here, you will see Dorit and Kyle going at it again. And let me tell you something. I'm so proud of Dorit. The way she is getting into Kyle, the way she is getting all the way into Kyle. Kyle is like, what more do you want from me? And Dorit is like, I want you to stop raising your effing voice at me. I am here. Welcome back, Dorit. This is what, season 8, Dorit? Was that the season she first came in on? Season 7? Was it season 7, season 8? This is the old Dorit, okay? And this is what I felt like we needed back. Then, of course, again, you see Kyle running away. Goodbye, Kyle. I'm done with this ish. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. She's always running away from the scene. But this is one of the best moments in the trailer, because Bose is like, dang, where the heck she going? As they watch Kyle scurry off. Okay. Baby, let me tell you something. I am here for these carrying on. Okay. I am here for all of this shenanigans. So let's get into what People Magazine is giving us in terms of this season, right? The drama kicks off on Tuesday, November 19th on Bravo. The first thing you will hear is Sutton saying Beverly Hills is a place where marriages come to die. Well, it's one of the things she teases. And it says that is one of the standout lines from the season 14 trailer for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And it says that the comment could be directed at herself or any number of the women on the show who are divorced, including Erica Girardi, Garcelle Beauvais, or even the new friend this year, Jennifer Tilly. Is anybody really going to be married on this show at this point? So, but it says, by the way the trailer is edited, Sutton seems to be talking about Kyle Richards and Dorit Kemsley, who are both at a crossroads in their respective marriages. Kyle and Mauricio separated in the summer of 2023 after 27 years of marriage, while Dorit and Paul PK announced in May of 2024 that they had made the mutual and difficult decision to take some time apart and reevaluate our relationship. Now, it's important to note that neither housewife has filed for divorce yet, but Kyle is at least feeling the pressure to do so from Sutton when the new season begins, which premieres on Tuesday, November 19th at 8 p.m. on Bravo. Sutton tells Kyle, I think you need to file, as we talked about. And then Garcelle says, it sucks to see photos of your ex making out with some child. Again, referencing the photos that have been making their way around, around the news. And so Kyle then tearfully tells Mauricio it's all too much at once. And he says, of course. Dorit and PK are also navigating where they stand, because you see in the trailer, she tells him, we're talking like 5 times a day. And PK says, I know, but we're not going to. But PK is talking to Kyle, as I told y'all earlier, something that appears to put a rift in between Dorit and Kyle. They butt heads multiple times in the trailer, including one tense dinner where Kyle tells Dorit, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Will you let me talk? And then Dorit snaps back and says, it's okay, Kyle. It's time for you to effing listen. You think I'm some effing idiot. Then things get worse, as I told you guys before, with the two of them really screaming and screeching at each other. And at one point in the trailer, Kyle is like, look at all of us, our age, and what we're doing. Everybody honestly should be ashamed of themselves, really. And in my opinion, I'm kind of like, well, Kyle, I mean, y'all been doing the same thing, the same song and dance for the past, what, 13, 14 seasons? So, I mean, y'all should be used to it at this point. So we meet again, Bazuma St. John and returning friend Kathy Hilton all come together in a friendship ceremony led by Sutton. Um, and of course, you know, like I said, Sutton is making her point that she is not going to be bowing down to the altar of Kyle Richards anymore. Okay. So the ladies will bond over fun-filled escapades in Oceanside, California, one cast trip, Augusta, Georgia, second cast trip, and St. Lucia, third cast trip. They promise to find a way to work together through any challenges that come. Is what the network press release reads. But as the women balance the pressures of family life and the ups and downs of their businesses, friendships are put to the test. Now, Boz, for those of you guys who don't know, is a celebrated author. Let's go back to her. She is a celebrated author, okay, and podcaster and marketing executive who has worked in leadership positions for brands like Pepsi Cola, Apple Music, Uber, Endeavor, Netflix, and she comes to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with an established path of professional success. She's a mother and a widower, as her husband of 10 years, Peter St. John, died tragically in 2013. Again, Jennifer Tilly has made appearances on the show in the past as a confidant of Sutton's, but we all know that she's an Oscar nominee, an actress who has starred in quite a number of movies and television shows. And then Kathy, of course, is back as well. We will also see appearances by Camille Grammer, thank God, longtime friend Faye Resnick, as well as award-winning designer Martin Bullard. I guess that person is from the former Bravo show $1 Million Decorators. Here's what the press release reads. I'm going to go through it for you. I want to go back to a photo image that really gives us the look for the full season. Stand by as I read this. There we go. We're back. Okay. So the press release reads as such. Kyle steps into an uncharted phase of her life. Actually, let's go person by person. There we go. Kyle steps into an uncharted phase of her life, grappling with the reality of her separation from her husband Mauricio. With their daughter Alexia also out of the house, Kyle's once bustling home is no longer what it used to be, leaving her to adjust to a new normal. Next, we have Dorit. Dorit Kemsley opens up to the women about her marriage to PK, sharing that their struggles run deeper than she's admitted to in the past. As they navigate a separation, Dorit faces a roller coaster of emotions while trying to shield their children from the fallout. Discovering her voice, she's not afraid to speak up for what she wants out of her relationships. Thank God, okay? I don't know what Dorit we've been getting these past couple of seasons, but we ain't really like it. All right. For Erica, it's out with the old and in with the new, as Erica Jane shares her old life by getting rid of the old furniture she's held on to from her marriage. Though her legal issues aren't completely gone, she can finally breathe and move forward. Just as things are looking up, Erica finds herself playing middleman between friends Kyle and Dorit, forcing her to navigate rocky terrain. That should be interesting to see where she lands. Because I feel like both of them scared of her, to be honest with you. But that's just me. All right, so it says Sutton Strack is forging her own path while healing old wounds. With a new sustainable capsule collection and fashion show in the works, the Southern socialite is thriving in her professional life, trying to show her mother that she can stand on her own. Sutton may finally get the approval she has always longed for. Okay, cute. All right, Garcelle. Garcelle Beauvais is busier than ever, building her legacy. On top of executive producing and starring in new projects, she's guiding her son Jay through the first steps of his modeling career. Thriving professionally, Garcelle is ready to start the next chapter in her personal life and seeks to mend past rifts in her relationship with her son Oliver. It should also be noted that her son Jax is not filming this season. Just for any of you guys who may be curious, I think the things that have occurred with him over the past couple of seasons have probably put a strain on him. So I think that I can definitely understand at this age probably not wanting to do this particular show anymore because it really hasn't done him any favors, I don't think. All right, let's get to Bazuma St. John. Coming off a 20-year run as a marketing executive, she is making big moves in her family life. In the midst of raising her 15-year-old daughter, Lael, and building her relationship with her boyfriend, Keely, she's focused on expanding her family. Smart, successful, and self-made, Bazuma is unafraid to speak her mind. While she and Dorit become fast friends, some of the other women quickly question her allegiance. That should be interesting. And I think Dorit probably needs a friend at this moment in her corner. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it at all. Now we get to Friend of, which is interesting that they get, well, I guess for the other shows, Friends have also gotten a little bit of shine as well. It says resident socialite and 90210 icon Kathy Hilton returns as a grounding presence for the ladies amid all the changes. She's a source of support for her sister Kyle and becomes a trusted confidant for Dorit, which should also be interesting because I wonder if that will cause a rift between Kathy and Kyle at some point. And then we get to Jennifer Tilly. It says here, no stranger to the glamour of Beverly Hills, Oscar-nominated actress Jennifer Tilly is brought into the fold by close friend Sutton. Always larger than life, she brings a much-needed levity to the friend group. And I'm super excited about that because I feel like, again, I've told you guys before, I think when watching certain shows, you got to have that comic relief. If you don't have comic relief to break up the tension, it just really doesn't do the show any favors. And I think it's a disservice to the show, especially when you have a stellar cast like this. Despite how I feel about, wanting people to come for Kyle, not necessarily come for her, I just want them to stop being afraid to respond to her. And I think that when you have people who are unafraid to do so, that makes the cast more well-rounded. So I think that personally, this is going to be a stellar cast. I'm looking forward to a stellar season because they typically bring it, and we're going to be recapping the episodes. So be sure to tap in. If you like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, let us know in the comments section down below if you're looking forward to it. I'm super excited to see it, and I can't wait to see how things pan out this season. With that being said, I will catch you all in the next video.